Been in Edinburgh today and we've seen tens of thousands of people line the streets, not just there but around the country in recent days to pay their respects to the Queen. But not everyone feels the same way. You may have seen the incident on the Royal Mile in Edinburgh yesterday, and there have been a number of others. Well, Catherine Ash joins us now live in the studio. Catherine, good to talk to you. Give us an idea, what exactly has been happening?
Well, Dan, there have been only three arrests among the thousands of people who've been paying tribute to the Queen this week. But what these arrests have done is they've really sparked the debate about freedom of speech and democracy and the way that the police handle protesters. Now, on Sunday, as you said, 22-year-old man was arrested and reportedly charged for heckling Prince Andrew as the Queen's cortege went up the Royal Mile in Edinburgh. These are the pictures again because they've been widely shared on social media and they really do show the man being pulled to the floor by a police officer and what appeared to be a member of the public. Now, a woman was also arrested in Edinburgh for holding up an anti-monarchy sign, and another man, Simon Hill, he was arrested and de-arrested in Oxford at a proclamation ceremony for the King after he shouted out who elected him. Well, I managed to catch up with Simon earlier. He told me that he wasn't planning to protest that day. He was actually standing at the back of the crowd when he uttered those words, and within minutes he found himself in handcuffs and in the back of a police van.
I didn't think I'd done anything remotely arrestable. You know, I have known the police behave in unreasonable ways before. I've seen that happen. So I didn't think I was naive about that. But I really didn't think that I'd be dragged off pretty much the moment I said something critical of the monarchy. And that does really worry me, because it's not just, you know, if my free speech is threatened, so is yours, so is everyone else's.
And Catherine, the issue of peaceful protest is a really interesting one. So what does the law actually say?
Well, it differs in Scotland, obviously, where two of those arrests have been made. But in England and Wales, new powers were actually given to police back in June under a new policing act. This is the act. It is the government's Police Crime Sentencing and Courts Act. And essentially what it does, or what it's done, I should say, is that it's widened the behaviour classed as inappropriate during protests, which gives the police a little bit more scope to intervene. So police now consider things like who's impacted by the protests, even if it's just one person protesting, the noise that's made by the protest and the distress that it causes to others who happen to be in the vicinity at the time. Now, it's a very tricky thing, and this is probably the sticking point here, really, because it's up to individual police officers to use their judgment on the impact someone else's actions could have on others. Now, we contacted the Met Police about this today, and they said that these new powers aren't an assault on people's freedom of speech. They've issued a statement saying that the public absolutely have a right to protest. We've been making this clear to all officers involved in this extraordinary policing operation that's currently in place leading up to the Queen's funeral on Monday.
Well, Catherine, thank you very much.